The three-point line has a fascinating history that stretches over several decades, with its origins rooted in various basketball experiments. Its eventual adoption in professional basketball leagues, collegiate play, and international competitions transformed the sport. Early experiments and concept, 1940s, 1960s. 1945, the first recorded use of a three-point line was during a collegiate exhibition game between Columbia and Fordham. The line was set at 21 feet from the basket, but this was more of an experimental one-off than a formal introduction. Howard Hobson, a college basketball coach at Oregon, was one of the first to propose a three-point line. He believed a long-range shot could help create more spacing and increase scoring in the game. Two American Basketball League, ABL, and first professional use, 1961 to 1963. The American Basketball League, ABL, a short-lived professional league founded by Abe Saperstein, was the first professional league to introduce a three-point line in 1961. The line was set at 25 feet from the basket. Although the ABL folded in 1963, it was the first league to formally incorporate the three-point shot as part of the game. Herman "Red" Klotz, a basketball player and owner, is often credited with pushing for this innovation. 3. ABA popularizes the three-point line, 1967-1976. The American Basketball Association, ABA, founded in 1967, popularized the three-point line. The ABA adopted the three-point shot from its inception, setting the line at 22 feet in the corners and 25 feet at the top of the arc. The ABA's use of the three-point line made the game more exciting and faster-paced. It encouraged players to spread the floor, allowed for more dramatic comebacks, and differentiated the ABA from the NBA, which did not have a three-point line at the time. The three-point shot became one of the ABA's signature features and was a fan favorite. Notably, the ABA featured prolific long-range shooters like Louis Dampier. NBA adoption, 1979. After the ABA-NBA merger in 1976, the NBA considered adopting some of the ABA's innovations. By the 1979-1980 season, the NBA formally introduced the three-point line, setting the distance at 22 feet in the corners and 23 feet 9 inches at the top of the arc. In its early years, the three-point shot was not heavily used in the NBA. Players were still adjusting to its presence, and teams had strategies focused on inside scoring and mid-range jumpers. The first official NBA three-pointer was made by Chris Ford of the Boston Celtics on October 12, 1979. 5. FIBA adopts the three-point line, 1984. In 1984, the International Basketball Governing Body, FIBA, introduced the three-point line in international competitions. Initially, FIBA set the distance at 6.25 meters, 20 feet 6 inches, which was shorter than the NBA's three-point line. This marked the beginning of a global trend toward long-range shooting as teams around the world started adapting to the new scoring opportunity. Statistics, NCAA and high school basketball, 1980s. The NCAA introduced the three-point line for men's college basketball in 1986, setting the distance at 19 feet 9 inches. This was shorter than both the NBA and FIBA distances. The women's NCAA adopted the three-point line for the 1987-1988 season at the same distance. High school basketball in the U.S. soon followed suit, also adopting the 19-foot 9-inch three-point line. 7. NBA shortens the line, 1994-1997. In the mid-1990s, the NBA temporarily shortened the three-point line to a uniform 22 feet around the entire arc for 3 seasons, 1994-1997. This was done to increase scoring and make the game more exciting, as teams were struggling to score points. During these years, three-point attempts increased significantly, and many players took advantage of the shorter line. Players like Reggie Miller and Glenn Rice thrived during this period. After the 1996-1997 season, the NBA restored the original three-point distance of 23 feet 9 inches, 22 feet in the corners. 8. FIBA extends the line, 2008-2010. In 2008, FIBA moved its three-point line back to 6.75 meters, 22 feet 1 3 to 4 inches, to bring it closer to the NBA's distance. By 2010, this new FIBA three-point line became standard for all international competitions, including the Olympics and FIBA World Cup. Key milestones in three-point line development. 1945, first recorded use of the three-point line in a college game. 1961, 1963, ABL introduces the three-point line, first professional use. 1967, ABA popularizes the three-point shot. 1979, NBA officially adopts the three-point line. 1984, FIBA introduces the three-point line. 1986, NCAA adopts the three-point line. 1994-1997, NBA temporarily shortens the three-point line. 2008-2010, FIBA extends its line to 6.75 meters. 2019, NCAA men's line moves to FIBA distance.